One of the biggest stories in 2026 will be the Australian dollar, the Aussie battler as we call it. And the reason for that is because Australia is in a very, very unique position. Inflation has been sticky. There's talk about the central bank reluctant to cut rates, potentially increasing rates sometime during 2026. And this is all happening at a time where the US is cutting rates. So the Aussie dollar has now been set up for the perfect storm. If inflation is sticky, if inflation does persist in Australia, and if, this is the key, if commodity prices start to take off because of the debasement of the US dollar, this is going to set up the perfect storm for the Aussie dollar. Combined to that, if we see stimulus out of China, more stimulus out of Japan, South Korea, and in the US, because they need to stimulate their economy, these commodities are going to take off even further. And that'll set up the perfect storm for the Aussie dollar. We're really positive on the Aussie. It's a big story for 2026. And maybe finally the Aussie dollar can break out of the 60 to 70 US cent range where it's been sitting for a while, below its long-term average, and it's probably going to have a 7 in front of it by the end of the year.